All right, let's crush a Sudoku. This one's called A Drive Through the Fog by Carmen Lambert. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to have the digits 1 through 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then we've got fog. I'm just going to explain what fog is because it's covering up most of the grid. So the board is covered in fog. Place a digit correctly, and the fog will lift around it. So if I get this digit right, then all of the cells that are covered in this dark gray stuff will go away, and I'll be able to see what's underneath it. So right now, most of the grid is covered in dark gray. That'll go away as I complete the grid. Digits along the yellow red band line form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So this little yellow line right here has consecutive digits on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Adjacent digits along a German whisper line, a green German whisper line. So this line must differ by at least 5. So these two digits have to be at least 5 apart. This line could go on for a while, and the digits have to be, every digit that's next to another digit has to be 5 away from it. Digits along a blue line create a sum line, where the sum of the digits on a line must, within a particular 3x3 box, must be the same for all boxes the line passes through. So we can't see any of those right now, but if you imagine that this was a blue line, then this digit would have to have the same sum as this one. Say the blue line went to here. These two digits would have to add up to the same as this because they're separated by a box border line. We'll see those eventually. I'll try to re-explain it if I remember. Digits along diagonals pointed to by outside arrows, by arrows outside the grid, must sum to the number listed. So these 3 cells on this diagonal have to add to 17. That's our only clue there. Cells with a filled circle must be odd. Cells with a filled square must be even. So this is a filled circle, so that's odd. If it was a square, it would have to be an even digit. A black dot between cells give a 2-to-1 ratio. So these two numbers are in a 2-to-1 ratio. These two numbers are consecutive because they have a white dot between them. These two numbers sum to 10 because they have an X between them. These two numbers sum to 5 because they have a V between them. Not all dots are shown. It doesn't say specifically that not all V's and X's are shown, but I'm assuming that to be true as well, probably. All right, so let's get started on this thing. There are a lot of directions there, but I think they're relatively understandable at the very least. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so a V. V's can only have 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s on them because you can only add to 5 in 2 digits with 1, 4, or 2, 3. Then this number has to be consecutive with whatever number goes here. These two numbers have to be consecutive because they're on the yellow line. So this number to add to 10 with 1, 2, 3, or 4 has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. This number is on a black dot, which is limiting, especially when you're talking about high digits, because this digit cannot be 5, 7, or 9, because 5, 7, and 9 can't go on a black dot. You can't, because you can't take half of 5, 7, or 9 or double it and get a number that could go in a cell. And these are in a 2-to-1 ratio. So this number, I think, has to be even, and it has to be consecutive with one of these numbers. So I think it has to be 6 or 8, which means that this has to be 7 or 9 to be consecutive with this. So this is either 6 or 8. This is not 6 or 8, and is either 7 or 9 to be consecutive. And now this number has to add to 10 with this. So these are not even. It's 1 or 3. This has to add to 5. So now this is even. It's not 1 or 3. So this is 2, 4. And now this is 2, 4 as well to be consecutive, 2 or 4 as well to be consecutive with 1 or 3. 2 doesn't work because this can't be a 4 or a 1. So this has to be a 4, which makes this an 8, which makes this, oh, that's not decided yet. Oh, maybe it is now, because this has to be consecutive with 4. This is a 3, so this adds to 10. That's a 7. This adds to 5. This is 2, and we're off a little bit. This adds to 10. This is 6. This is consecutive with 6. So I think it could be this could technically be a 5, but then if I put a 5 here, I need another consecutive number with 5, which would be 4, and we have a 4 there. So this has to go up. This is 7, 8. So I said, so this number is odd. So it's 1, 5, or 9. And these have to add to 5. Okay, so this is either a 1, 5, or 9. And then these have to, this is low numbers because it's on a V. So this is coming from 1, 2, 3, or 4. But since this has to be consecutive with either 5 or 1, 5, or 9, it can't be a 9 because none of these numbers are consecutive with 9. But it could be a 4 or a 2. So this can't be a 1 or a 3 anymore to be consecutive here. So this can't be a 2 or a 4 anymore and is a 1 or a 3. This number is consecutive with 1 or 3, so this is a 2 or a 4 as well. So we have a 2-4 pair here. This number has to be consecutive with 2 or 4. So this could be a 1, 3, or 5. Oh, this number has to be 5 away from 2 or 4. So this just is a 9 because it can't be a 6, 7, or 8. Because if I'm 5 away from, if I take the smaller option, 2, if I'm 5 away from 2, I'm at least 7 here, and I can't be 7 or 8, so this is 9. Which gives this several options. Oh, well, it can't be 2 or 4, though. So this is a 1 or a 3 to be 5 away from 9. And now we have 1, 3 pairs and 2, 4 pairs, so this number is 5. Which puts a 4 or a 6 here to be consecutive with 5. These two have to be consecutive, so this is either 1, 2, or 3, 4. Or, no, actually it could be 3, 2 as well. So this is a 1, 3, or 5 to be consecutive with 2 or 4. This number is consecutive with 1 or 3, so this is a 2 or a 4. Alright, these three numbers are 1, 5, and 9. 5 definitely has to go in one of these two. So what are these 4 numbers? Oh, does 9 just goes here by Sudoku. What are these? 1, 5, 6? 1, 5, 6. 5 can't go here. Can't put 5 on the green line because it doesn't have a number that's 5 away from it. This could be a 6 though, right? And this would have to be a 1. So this is either a 6 or a 1. But then this could be a 1, 5, or a 6. Okay, where am I going next? Is there more Sudoku to be done? Oh, there's no world where this is a 5, right? Or maybe, no, it could be. 5, 4, 5 is fine. Oh, but 1 has to go up here. So this is definitely a 3. Yeah, 1 is in one of these cells, so this can't be a 1. This is a 3. This is a... Oh, it doesn't even tell me that. Oh, man. Oh, this is a 1 though. So, okay, 1. Now this adds to 5. This is a 4. Which makes this a 5. Which makes this not a 1. Be a 3 or a 5 still. Okay, but we have a bunch of line here. This is not a 5. If this is a 6, this is a 1. How many odd numbers have I used? Oh, is this just a 7? 1, so we have 1, 5, 9, 3. So this is odd, and this has to be 7. Awesome. Uh-oh. Something's wrong here. No. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. I thought I didn't have 7 in the row. Okay. Oh, this is a 2 now, because it has to be consecutive with 1. I'm just wondering if 2 could go on the black dot. Still could go here, I think. I don't know when the 17 total is going to come into play. If this was a 1, so I don't think this can be a 1 anymore. Because if this was a 1, these two would have to add up to 16 without using a 7 or a 9. So this can't be a 1. The total doesn't get big enough. So this isn't a 1. It's either a 5 or a 9. So what do we have left here? 4, 6, and what? 3? So the numbers that can go here are 4, 6, 3, which could be telling. Numbers that can go on a black dot. So this could be a 3 or a 6. So but there's a 3 here. Oh, there's a 6 here and a 3 here. So this cannot be 3 or 6. So this is a 4. That makes this a 6. That makes this a 3. Makes this a 2 or an 8. And I don't know which one yet, which is kind of wild. This is a 2-8 pair right here. Okay, so how do we make 17? So these two numbers have to add to 13. 8 and 3. Yeah, so these are definitely 8 and 3. 8. I was saying 8 and 3. I meant 8 and 5 to add to 13. That's where I was getting the 2 from the 13. 2 there. These are not 5. This is a 4 to go with an 8 on a black dot. This number has to be 5 away from 2, so it's at least a 7, but I don't have that very limited. 7, 8, or 9. 4 makes this a 2. Ooh, all evens, huh? Okay. This could still be 3 or 5. This could still be 1, so this could still be 6. Alright, this has to be low. It can't be 2 or 4. So this is 1 or 3, because this is a high digit. So this is either 1 or 3. And then, so this is even, and it's consecutive with 1 or 3. So this is a 2 or a 4. It can't be 4, so this is a 2. This now has to be high. It could be any high digit though, because, well, it can't be a 6, I guess. It can't be a 6 because then I would have to go 1 here and here to be 5 away. So this is either 7, 8, or 9. This is going to be low and is not 2 or 4. So this is a 1 or a 3, making a 1-3 pair here, which may or may not be interesting. But then this is high and is not an 8. And it can't be a 6 either because I have to put 1 here and 1 here. So this is a 7 or a 9. This green line definitely goes into this box. Yeah, I can actually see a little bit of green line here. So this green line, I think, definitely does this. And I think I can probably, I can see just the corner of it in this cell right here. So I guess it's possible that it could go here. So I'm not going to continue the line. I can definitely continue the line to here. This is a low number. It's not a 2. So this is a 1. No, it's not possible. Yeah, I can see the corner of the line. It definitely it goes there. I don't know if I want to use that information, but this is definitely a 1 or a 3. It can't be a 4 because I can tell that it goes into that. Right? So I have a 1-3 pair here now. I don't know if that helps me. Even numbers, I don't know about. This can't be a 2 or an 8, so this is a 4 or a 6. This is a 4, 6, or 8. Am I supposed to continue doing this? I think, I mean, I can tell that definitely goes in there. And then there's no way that if it goes into this cell, it has to continue this way because it's not going to branch. So I think I'm going to continue doing this. So 1, 3 here. This is a high number. So it's going to tell me what this is. This is the point that I'm doing here. So that's a 1, 3. This is a high number. This actually could go 1, 1. So this could be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Oh no, it can't be 6. Okay, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 here. So this is a low digit. It's not 2 or 4, so it's 1 or 3. This is a high digit. It can't be a 7. It could be a 6. This could go 1, 1 still. So this could be a 6, 8, or 9. But since this is a high digit, this is definitely low and it is 1. So this is a 6. Can I do Sudoku now? So one of these has to be a 2. I really haven't broken it into anywhere except for like this stuff. What am I supposed to do next? I can tell that one of those has to be a 2 from Sudoku, but it doesn't seem particularly helpful. 1, 3, 1, 3. All right, a few hours later, shirt change. Let's see what we got here. I definitely was pretty stuck, I think, before. So what's going on? There's no way that these two being consecutive does anything for me, right? Maybe, actually. I mean, there are some interesting splits here, like the 2, 9, 6 thing. I can't put a 1 on here. I can't put any of these 3 numbers. So 3, 4, 5 are all available, but I can't put a 4 here. So 3, 4, 5 are all possible, I think. So this could be a 3, a 5, a 7, or an 8. I think those are the only numbers I have. And I don't see a reason why that couldn't be 7 or 8. And so this could be a 4, a 7, or an 8, right? Right, so since this can't be a 4, the only way that this could be a 3 or a 5 is if this was a 4. So this can't be a 3 or a 5. There's no way for that to happen because this can't be a 4. And then if this was a 7 or an 8, this would have to be a 7 or an 8. It almost has to be a 7-8 pair, but I don't think I have to put 4 on one of these. I don't know. Where do I go? Like, I mean, I feel like I've filled everything in that I can. Like these 2s, I mean, like one of these 3 has to be a 2. Where do I possibly go next? I don't have any idea what this is, right? Oh, this is a 1-3 pair. So this definitely has to be a 9. Is this going to open stuff up? Okay, I definitely should have seen that way earlier. Okay, so this is a 1-3 pair. So one of these 2 has to be a 3, and 7 isn't 5 away from 3. So this has to be 9. Okay, that's definitely where I should have been. XV, all right, so these have to come from 1, 2, 3, 4. Neither of them can be 2, which means it's 1, 4. No 1s or 4s, but now this is either a 9 or a 6. It can't be a 9, so it is a 6, which means this is a 4, which means this is a 1. Okay, this blue line's going crazy. The blue line is a region sum line, so when we open that up, I find some logic about that. I'll try to do some stuff there. All right, this is now a 6. This is not a 6. Oh, this is a 3. This is a 1. This could still be any of those numbers, I think. Okay, this can't, though. This is either an 8 or a 9. Oh, there's a 3 in the box. This is a 1. This could still be any of these. All right, this number has to be even. It's either 4 or 8. This is a V. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 numbers are 1 and 7. All right, oh, there can't be a 1 on here, so this is not 1 or 4. It's 2, 3. Okay, awesome. So 2 goes here, 3 goes here. All right. So the region sum line is almost appearing here. I think I can pretty clearly tell that there's 5 cells on this blue line here, and 4 cells in here. So the region sum line means that like these 5 cells have to add to the same as these 4 because they're separated by the box border. And then whatever's going on with the blue line over here is going to have the same sum as well. But this already seems pretty low. I mean, there's a 3 on here. I guess, okay, 1, 2, and 3 are used here, so these actually could be pretty high numbers, so maybe that's not worth considering yet. Okay, we got a 2 here, we got a 6 here, so this is also 4 or 8 to be an even number. We have a 4-8 pair here, so there's only 2 numbers left in the column. 1, 2, 3, 5. So we got 3, 5 here, which gives me a 3, 5 pair here, which makes this a 1. Which is not helpful for this line, but it is helpful for this. This can no longer be 3 or 5, which means this can't be a 4. So that's a 7-8 pair, which means this is not an 8. All right, so this is a 6, 7, 8, or 9. There's a 6 and a 7 here, so this is either an 8 or a 9. Somehow that doesn't pair off with anything. Okay, we have a 7, 8, 9 triple in the row, actually. So this is a 6. Okay, so I'm seeing that in the box we need a 4. This is the only place it can go, so there's a 4 here, which does this as an 8, does this as a 4. 8, 9 up here. All right, so now this is a big number, either 8 or 9 with a 3. And I'm sort of asking myself, if this is a 7, it's probably not forcing enough yet. Yeah, these could be like 7, 8. These could be 7, 8, 9, which would make this super big. Maybe there is something that I'm supposed to do here. I don't know yet, though. Oh, 8, 9, 8, 9. So this is a 7. And now these 2 numbers are 5, 6. 6 here, 5 here. 3 is in one of these. It's here. This is a 7, 8, or 9. It's not a 7, so it's either an 8 or a 9. Oh, but 8's, okay, 8's in there, so this is a 9. Now this is not a 9. Oh, there's a 7 in the row. Okay, this is an 8. This is a 9. This is an 8. This is a 7. This is an 8. This is an 8 now. This is odd. Still could be a lot of things. Maybe not in the column. Okay, 1, 9. Oh, the numbers that are 11 are left are 1, 9, and 7. This go, okay, 1's here, so 1 has to go here in the column. So this is a 9. These two numbers are now 7 and 9, I think. These two numbers are 5 and 6. 6 is going here, 5 is going here. Does the region sum line do anything forceful? So that's 16 there. And then 7 is going to make 23. Yeah, so the lowest this can be is 23. I don't know. Can this be a 1? What numbers do I have left? If I maximize this, I'm putting 9 and 5 on here because I'm saying this is a 1. So I'm trying to check if this can be a 1. So what did I just say this adds up to? 20. The lowest it can possibly be is 23. 23. So if I put 9, 5 here, that's 14, 18, 19. That would be 24. So there actually might not be a way to make this a 1. I don't know if this is the logic I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I'm seeing that 2 has to go in one of these two. I'm assuming this can't be a 2. Like I was just trying to maximize this. Okay, one of these has to be a 2. If this is a 2... Oh no, because I can put a 7 in here, which would make this really big. Yeah, this can probably still be a 2. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to be. Okay. So 6 is already in there. 5. Oh, this number's forced. It's a 7. These three numbers. 2, 4, 5. 4 is going to one of these. Okay, this is a 2. 4 and 5 are here, so this has to be a 2. And then these are going to be 4, 5. And that's not going to be nothing available there. 6, 7, 9 here. This is a 6. We got a 7, 9 here. A couple 7, 9 pairs here. Okay, 7, 9 pair here makes this a 7. This is a 1. So this got pretty big. Now I might have to kind of minimize these. So what did I say this total was? At least 11. I don't know. That's still probably not worth thinking about, honestly. Maybe it is. I don't know. 3 numbers left in the row. 1, 5, 9. There's a 1 and a 9 here, so this is a 5. There's a 9 here, so this is a 1. This is a 9. That's huge. That's a big number. Okay. This might have to be, this is probably, it definitely has to be a 2 now. 9 plus 7 plus 4 is 20. So if I minimize these, this is 25. If I maximize these, I think it's 25. Yeah, 16 plus 9 is 25. So I have to minimize these. This is 2, 3. And I have to maximize this to match, to equal 25. So this is a 9. That makes this a 7. That makes this a 9. These have to add up to 25. That's pretty big. This is a 7. 14, 11 more. Feels like I probably have to put an 8 on here, because if I don't, then I only have, yeah, 2. I have 2, 3, 4, and 8. So this is 8, 3 for sure. So this is the 8. This is the 3. Put a 5 here. This is a 4. This is a 5. These two numbers are 2 and 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 3. This is a 5. And that's the pause, dude. Got through the thing. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.